Welcome to another video from our trip to Alaska in 2023. Today I'll show you the Alaskan Wildlife Center and we'll go to Alyeska Ski Resort. We start in Seward, and this is a waterfall up above the town. We had a few minutes there before we headed off to the Sea Life Center, which was covered in a previous video. After watching the sea life, we decided we had to eat some. Fresh haddock, yum. In this shot, you get a little view of what it's like to travel in Alaska by luxury coach. To be honest, once you get to port and get into the land tour, there's a lot of traveling by coach and a lot of miles to be covered because Alaska is pretty big. We did eventually arrive at the Conservation Center, and the first stop, for most people anyway, is the bear area. The Conservation Center has a pretty cool elevated walkway over the bear area, so you can look down and see the bears and various activities. At the Wildlife Conservation Center, we got to see several species that we'd never seen in real life before, like this musk oxen. The Conservation Center maintains several herds of native wildlife, including caribou. There's some elk. There are also reindeer, which had been imported at some point, and this porcupine, which if you saw our video from Juneau, we saw one in the wild near a glacier. I asked this raven to pose for me, and he literally stopped and looked at me while I took a picture. The wolves were resting. We didn't see them move around much. The center has a reindeer paddock and a moose barn. Here are wood bison, which were believed to be extinct until a bush pilot found some. After the Conservation Center, we traveled for many miles through Alaska. As my father commented after driving there twice, once with his camper and once to pick up his camper after it broke down, there are vast areas, and you could get pretty tired of just looking at trees. It does seem to me, however, that Alaska is a paradise for the outdoorsman and for people who enjoy nature. There's no other state with more glaciers than Alaska. In fact, Alaska has over 27,000 glaciers, but only 664 of them have names. We did eventually make it to the Alyeska Ski Resort. It was still rainy and cloudy, but here's the fire pit area, which rests at the base of the mountain. We were waiting for dinner at this point. Because of the weather, I did not wander around getting pictures of the outside of the resort or the front. But we did go in and sit by the fireplace, which is a very attractive area outside the restaurants. Before dinner, I did ride the gondola up to the top of the mountain and got these shots of the surrounding area. In my next video, I will cover the gem of Alaska, Denali.